I was actually thinking about asking you this off air, but
Fire it.
I'm
Fire away.
I'm firing it now because you're a New York comic and you're in this. I mean, at least from the outside. Sorry, I just hit you on this.
All good. All good.
At least from the outside in, it seems very much as there's there's the West Coast comics,
Yeah.
East Coast comics, or
Sure.
New York comics, and it's a very different group of people. And so you're in this world of New York comics, and there's a comedian, because you were talking about cancel culture, tweeting things out that are that can get poorly taken by a lot of people. There's a comedian recently. I know you're
Ari
aware.
Shaffir?
Ari Shaffir.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you're friends with him, not friends with him. And I just wanted to hear. I mean, I was gonna ask you off air, but fuck it, I'm doing it on air.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that situation?
Man, I thought about this a lot.
I want to hear your take.
I've spent a lot of time thinking about it, and we actually talked about it on our podcast, and then we cut the segment. And I don't really know why. But here's the thing. I can't say that I'm friends with Ari. I can say that I'm an admirer of Ari.
Okay.
We've said hi to each. He knows who I am. We've said hi to each other. Waiting to go up on stage on the same show. The thing that I have, where I've settled on what happened, and if you don't know, Ari Shaffir, moments after the Kobe Bryant news broke, tweeted out a pretty tough video and a tweet saying, Kobe Bryant died 23 years too late. He raped somebody, and this is a good day. Fuck the Lakers. Congrats to the helicopter pilot who didn't gas up the chopper or something like that. And I think when you step away from it, but now he's getting death threats. He's basically, he can't perform in certain places. If he's on a lineup at a club in New York, that club gets bomb threats from Kobe fans, presumably. So, whatever, an insane situation. And he was doing it, as he puts it, as a joke for his fans. Apparently, whenever some famous person dies, he always goes and celebrates their death this way. But there are a couple things that I want to say. And the first is, in and of itself, Ari Shaffir deserves to say whatever the fuck he wants to say. He can say you cannot tell somebody in America that they can't say something. What you can say is you can say that. You just have to be okay living with the consequences, right? And the consequences now are, I don't know. I don't know how it will affect his career. I'm pretty sure he's going to be fine. He may not be able to perform in LA for a while, but dude, he's too good of a comic. I mean, I've been kind of keeping an eye on his following.
Yeah.
It hasn't dipped that much.
I don't know. Same as you. I mean, the actual tweet, it's that when I saw it, right? Because I saw Michael Rappaport retweet it, because Michael Rappaport was going crazy off on him on Twitter when it first came out. I thought, first of all, the Kobe, that day, I will probably remember that day for a long time probably for the rest of my life, just because Kobe was a big idol of mine growing up. I saw him during his prime, basically. And so I was devastated that day. And then you see stuff like that. And look, whether he does that as that's his thing, that he's entitled. Of course, he's entitled to say what he wants, and he faces the repercussions. And I don't think he was aware of the repercussions that were coming. I think. Let me. Well, there's one last thing. You're a comedian.
Yeah.
I like anything comedy related and funny under the fucking sun. I think I'm a huge fan of Schultz. I think he says, I went to his show, he could say the most fucked up shit in the world. But the thing about Schultz or Chappelle or any of these, they're funny. At the end of the day, if it's funny, period. And I think that and I think that canceling someone because they make a racist joke, or if it's a joke, it's a joke. This, I didn't see the punchline. I didn't see anything funny about it, right? Not to mention the timing was pretty terrible. So in this situation, I'm like, do I follow Shaffir's comedy that much? No, I don't. But do I think he deserves to never perform again? I also don't think that either. I think it was it was honestly a really interesting moment to see how comedians and people in that world are reacting, because I think I'm never for canceling anyone. I think this cancel culture is just ridiculous. But I think that this shed light on the fact it was just sad to see in that moment, to even see someone say that, period.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. But I have to say, yeah, it's an insane thing that he said. It's insane, but it's also so insane that most sane people shouldn't give it the time of day, nor should they be consumed by it,
right,
or issue some kind of like fatwa on Ari Shaffir. They should not be weaponizing and doxing him and doxing his parents. It's fine if people just say,
yes,
fuck Ari Shaffir, I never want to hear his comedy again, right, and people quit him, 100%. Right? But what I wrote in this piece I wrote for Bro Bible was like, do you really think Kobe would have wanted people to go kill this dude?
No.
Like, Kobe Bryant was the ultimate silencer of crowds. Some of my favorite Kobe clips that I've gone back to watch are compilations of him hitting daggers in away arenas. And he seemed to thrive in Madison Square Garden, in, Boston Garden. I mean, the guy loved performing against people that hated him. And, you look back at the rape allegation, and I remember in the wake of that, I remember him scoring like 40 points a game, like 15 straight games. It was as if he just played better when people hated him.
Right.
So I tend to believe that Kobe Bryant, if he were still here to advise those people who are feeling as though they are enacting vengeance on his behalf against Ari Shaffir, he would be like, what? No. Rise above it,
I 100% agree with that, and I think that the death threats, I mean, that's just way too far. That is just way too far. If you didn't appreciate that joke, which most didn't, then just don't follow him, or don't watch his stuff or whatever. But to threats on his life, his parents,
that's crazy.
I mean, that is just
crazy
absurd.
Shit.
I think it'll be interesting to see, because there's I think in this day and age, it's different levels of cancel culture. Like Louis C.K. was one, Harvey Weinstein's a fully different level,
yeah,
and then you have this stuff, which is not really in the same Me Too era or anything like that, but it's still a different kind of there's people that want to cancel him, and his agency dropped him. I don't know.
I'm telling you, man, people aren't gonna care. I've experienced this on a smaller level. People are not going to care about Ari Shaffir in a month or 2 months. And maybe this was so sensitive that at the time period it'll be a little longer or whatever. But it's just crazy to me that people care so much in that moment.
Right.
And then 3 weeks later, it wouldn't even be on their mind. And they would have moved on to the next thing that they're going to be angry about. Dude.